Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
It didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Prescott now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. He'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. It was Devontae Harris who got him down.
1-yard gain.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now a 2nd down throw from Love here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Bears 8, Lions nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That's Shaq Barrett, last year's sack leader, gets in there to register another one.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And taken right at the 35. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Lions will take over.
48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right now.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
10th carry now for Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott to throw it. And Prescott has 3rd interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second down, Love. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Love's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
On the move to his left. And his pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 33. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. To the air again, Love. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cook. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Sean Williams with the tackle. He led the Bengals in that category last year. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That'll be complete to Cook. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
The tackle made.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing. Love over the middle. It's Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Love from the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They had a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Marcus Johnson, 45 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run it again with Cook. They'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
On the carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll find his man on the in route, complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st down, Chicago.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working out of the gun. Love. Now a short one to Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
On the carry.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. To throw again. Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
reception. Here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. They need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Right side there, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Detroit Lions, first down.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
15. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They run again on first down. Cook. Pass. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. Dalvin Cook, 47 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a big play there for the Lions. 58 yards. yards.
1st and 10 at the 7.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 12.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Love looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Harris. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. This one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to throw. And they set up the screen. That's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Butker's kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And deep in his own territory, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Final score.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for the Bears, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.